Khayelitsha is an isiXhosa word meaning our new home. In 1985, the settlement was formed as one of the apartheid government's final attempts to enforce the Group Areas Act. Today, Khaya is the second biggest township in South Africa and one of the biggest in the world. It is also one of the fastest growing. The stats on Khaya are bleak. In 10 years, the population has increased from 400,000 to an estimated 2.1 million inhabitants. This is coupled with an 80% unemployment rate. The future of Khayelitsha's youth does not look promising. In the middle of this sprawling mass of people lives an inspiring young entrepreneur who has decided to turn this gloomy future on its head. I decided to pay him a visit.
Most people that they've never lived in Khayelitsha, they don't understand Khayelitsha like the residents of Khayelitsha.
Every week, Siya's bicycle investment tours reveal some of the amazing businesses that run in Khayelitsha, defying the prevailing stereotypes and reframing people's perceptions of Cape Town's biggest suburb.
Say something clever?
Einstein once said that when we sit in a room like this, we should plug. Okay, Siya, no, not okay. Sorry that I want to go into it.
We created the investment tools to support entrepreneurs. It's difficult to get funding because they ask for a business plan, they ask a lot of things, and you can't even get a loan because you're not working for someone, you're working for yourself. They want proof.
Yeah.
So most people, they don't believe in what you want to do, so you have to prove them on paper, which is not practical. So when you have investors coming to the businesses around the Khayelitsha, they can see the ins and outs of the businesses, and also understanding the Khayelitsha, what we have in Khayelitsha, and the beauty of Khayelitsha, the businesses that are in Khayelitsha. So we want to expose that, but in a different way.
It's not statistics for you. This is actually your home. How does it make you feel to read that stuff?
So if they can come to Khayelitsha and just come to investment tours, and they'll see they'll see what they can get out of Khayelitsha.
Why do you think creativity is important?
Creativity is the most important thing as a businessman. So you need to be creative in order to run a business that will last for years.
Okay, and then the next question?
I freaking can't remember what I just said.
Just don't worry about it.
So, but my biological father is in Mthatha.
Nandazalelwa kumthatha. In 1989, kumthatha. Okay, yeah, but it's very different nowadays. It's very, very different, yeah?
And how often do you go to Mthatha?
And yeah, kukatjana, not to Mthatha, because you see, Willowvale, I came from, born in Mthatha, grew up in Willowvale, so only this year my dad left, but we used to go every holiday.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got a lot of friends in Mthatha and Willowvale. Yeah, so I know the rural areas and how it works, eh? And do you think that the school system as it stands is teaching creativity?
It's not teaching creativity. It teaches us to be robots. Just they program you to think like this and say this and this. Then you just do that. If you don't want to be a robot, then there's a problem with you according to the education system.
Yeah, and do you think we can teach creativity? Can we actually teach people to be more creative, or is it ingrained?
You can teach creativity by allowing people to be themselves. So what the education system is training us to look like other people. Yeah. And it doesn't focus on a person. So what is needed is first do self-discovery. When you're doing self-discovery in a person, they discover themselves and understand who they are. Yeah. Once they know who they are, they know their interests. This can't help this to stand, but if it's like this, we can do whatever that we want to do. So I want to see the future generation living a good life, not bragging about clothes, about alcohol, but creating a generational wealth for their families, for their kids, the kids of
And why is it important for people to create new things and not just rest on old things or old ways of doing things?
When I love creating experience for people, for visitors. So when you're creating something new, that means you're willing to experience something new for yourself first. So when you're creating, first create something for yourself first, and invite visitors to enjoy what you're experiencing. So that's what we want to do. And the Khayelitsha, there's a lot that you can find in Khayelitsha.
Siya's aim is to bring as many investors, tourists, media personalities, and curious Cape Townians right into the heart of Khaya and show them the entrepreneurial heart that beats beneath the harsh facade. At the end of the tour, Siya finishes at his shop at Lookout Hill, where he sells some of the wares of the local craftspeople. I spent the entire morning with Siya. He took me around his familiar streets and I met many extraordinary people. As I leave Siya's home in the heart of Khaya, I feel a mixture of excitement and inspiration. Siya has taught me a valuable lesson. In the face of adversity, we have a choice. We can either accept adversity and sink right into it, or we can reframe it. Siya has shown me the best way to do this. He is casting his own special lens on one of the poorest suburbs in the world, and using creativity and entrepreneurial grit, Siya is forging a new path, perhaps even offering a solution to South Africa as a whole.